The Ferrari 125S, also known as the 125 or 125 Sport, was a 1.5-liter race car built in 1947 by Ferrari in Modena, Italy. It was the company's first car, with only 2 units produced. Although preceded by Enzo Ferrari's Auto Avio Costruzioni 815 in 1940, the 125S was the first to carry the Ferrari name, debuting on May 11, 1947, at the Piacenza racing circuit. Unlike its predecessor, which was partly based on Fiat engine components, the 125S featured a Ferrari-designed Colombo V12 engine called the 125. This V12 became a hallmark of Ferrari cars for decades. The 125S was succeeded by the 159S later that same year. Overview: Chassis. The 125S had a steel tube frame chassis and a double wishbone suspension with transverse leaf springs at the front and a live axle at the rear. Hydraulic drum brakes were used on both ends. Powering the 125S was a 1.5-liter, 1497cc, 60-degree V12 engine designed by Gioacchino Colombo. It had a bore and stroke of 55 by 52.5 millimeters and produced 118 brake horsepower, or 87 kilowatts, at 6,800 RPM with a 9.5:1 compression ratio. The engine was a single overhead camshaft design with 2 valves per cylinder and 3 double-choke Weber 30 DCF carburetors. The car was equipped with a 5-speed transmission, which allowed better use of the high-revving V12's power compared to a traditional 4-speed gearbox. One of the 2 Ferrari 125S models is housed in the vault, the basement collection of the Peterson Automotive Museum in California. The chassis numbered 0-ton-I was involved in the restoration of a 125S, although there is speculation that this chassis is actually serial number 001C. The story suggests that 01C was restamped as 0-ton-I and sold as a new car. When the buyer realized the car was a well-used test mule, Ferrari issued a new invoice with a significant discount. The car, still in its 166 Spider Corsa configuration, was later sold to Symbolic Motors. During inspection, it was discovered that an old stamping, possibly reading 01C, had been covered by an aluminum plate bearing the serial number 010I. The car, now with a body resembling the 125S replica built by Michelotto in 1987, debuted at the Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance, but remains the subject of debate among Ferrari enthusiasts. The 125S made its debut at the Circuito di Piacenza, driven by Franco Cortese. Despite showing promise against the Maserati 6CS 1500s, it did not finish the race. However, 2 weeks later, the 125S secured Ferrari's first victory at the Grand Prix of Rome, again driven by Cortese. The car won 6 of its 14 races in 1947, although drivers Clemente Biondetti and Giuseppe Navone were unable to claim victory at the 1947 Mille Miglia.